What's up? So nowadays, when it comes to nerd culture and the pop, Pokemon space or anything like that, there's not really too much anything that bothers me. I just kind of casually observe stuff. If you have asked me that same question, year 2021, yeah, I made content on Instagram. Yeah, I was a little angry. I was very much against Whatnot. I thought some of the prices on there were kind of outrageous. I still do think that, and I definitely had, issues with certain sales and sellers on that stuff. I'm kind of past that. I've achieved my zen. Not really too much of that stuff's going to bother me anymore, but you got to remember 2021 was a different year. $40 packs, limited product, and Walmart Targets being scalped up. There were people, getting the crap beat out of them for cards or things like that based off of articles, which, some of that stuff was proven to be untrue. But there was definitely instances of people being scammed, robbed, and all that shit, right? Different times, crazy year. 2022 is a lot better, and product is readily available for everybody to have fun with, right? So there's one thing that still actually gets under my skin, I'm not going to lie, and that's going to be hypocritical behavior, where people will say one thing, and then they'll do a completely different thing, and as a result, I'm going to be talking about someone today. Dr. Applesauce, seen some bullshit coming out of your mouth lately, and look, hey, you're not that bad, man. Do your thing. I appreciate the hustle. I know all that good stuff. Make the Charizard face. Do all the stuff you want to do. But I've seen some hypocritical behavior, and I got to spank you on the butt a little bit. Actually correct that behavior. So Dr. Applesauce lately has been coming out as like the paragon of retail pricing or something like that. He's been talking about Funko Pops especially. I guess some of the Stranger Things ones. They're selling for a good little bit, and he's like, guys, mate, don't overpay. Pay retail and all that stuff, which is a great example to lead by, right? That's a good thing. I'll play some of his paragonal clips right here.
My friends, this is a Funko Pop that you should not be overpaying for. People are paying almost $150, $200 for the Eddie with guitar Funko Pop from Stranger Things. This pop is not worth that. This pop is going to continue to restock. You got to remember, Funko and Target enjoy making money. They're not going to only do one run of this pop. The reason this Funko Pop is going crazy is because people have FOMO, and then people who aren't actually in it for the hobby, they're in it to make money, are capitalizing on that FOMO. Yes, of course, this pop is selling for, close to $200 on Whatnot, because Whatnot facilitates people to be able to have fun and auction and, go crazy on FOMO. So stop overpaying for the Eddie with guitar Stranger Things Funko Pop. It's already restocked several times. It's going to continue to restock. Remember, FOMO will kill you. Just because something cool happens in a show doesn't mean you have to go out and buy the Funko Pop right away. Pay attention to the market. Pay attention to the stores. Target likes to restock. It's going to restock. Don't throw your money away.
So that's actually kind of funny. That's a little bit of another hypocritical thing. I've watched this video a couple times. I didn't even notice this yet. So something I just noticed is he's talking a little bit of shade about Whatnot. He's talking about the FOMO and how people, auction it. It facilitates that mindset where people can blow a lot of money on something. It's fun. It's a good time. Go for FOMO. I mean, he's not wrong, but he's definitely throwing shade at that shit, which is funny because he sells on Whatnot. He's a Whatnot seller himself, and it's kind of him just biting the hand that feeds, right? Now, look, I was talking shit about Whatnot, but I have never sold on that shit. I skipped Eevee's Heroes, Blue Sky Stream, Skyscraping Perfection, Fusion Arts. Not because I'm, the paragon of all this shit as well. It's just because I stood by that principle. I didn't want anybody to overpay for that price. So if I'm going to get on a platform and preach that, why would I do it, right? Why would I do any of that stuff? And it's just funny coming from Dr. Applesauce. It's like, ooh, Whatnot facilitates this stuff. Don't overpay for that. It's like, ooh, I mean, you sell on Whatnot, big dog. I guarantee you make a little bit more on some of that, right? Ooh, I guarantee you do. But no, what I had originally noticed was he's going on these righteous spiels. He's going on there being like, guys, retail, fight for retail. Don't overpay for this stuff. Stranger Things, don't do that. That's crazy. $200 on Whatnot for a Funko Pop? Don't do that. That's actually insane. When this beautiful piece of crumpet exists over there, this nice little drop of tea. Check this out. Ooh, ooh.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No.
I start the pop at 2/3 of its value. Nobody wants to bid on it. I start the pop at 2/3 of its value. Nobody wants to bid on it.
Damn, dog, he has the pop up for 10 whole seconds and no one wants to bid on it. He's doing it at 2/3 the value. 2/3 the value and nobody wants to bid on this stuff. Whoa, guys, like, hey, let the market decide what to pay for this stuff, right? But I'm doing you a favor. I'm cutting you guys deals. I'm getting you guys this stuff at a good price. And what, you little plebs, you little troglodytes, you little assholes don't want to bid on this stuff? This has been up for 10 seconds. How come there's not a bid already on this stuff? Like, it's already getting pushy. He's already getting this stuff up and he's expecting to get more money out of this shit, and it's immediately obvious. It gets better. Check this out.
Oh. How many times till I break? Till I break, till I shatter.
Look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.
Oh, yeah, you saw that right. That's beautiful. Let's do a quick little recap. Let's go over to the billboard, shall we? So right there, a Chad pops in and says this is actually in stock on a website over here, right? And I'm thinking like, okay, well, it's got to be like $50 or something like that. It's got to be a pretty expensive pop. Maybe it's, like limited or something like that. How expensive could it be? I actually go and see. He actually puts it up right there, and I follow up to make sure this is true. $30, but he starts these bids at $50. Now that's super fucking weird because he says 2/3 the value, which means that, he's implying this is a $75 pop. But right there, previously on his nice little rant, on his, speech, on his thing where he's trying to get you to view and, click on his reels and like all that stuff, he's trying to get paid, trying to get that money, which by all means, man, do you, get your money, do your stuff. But right there, you're talking about all this retail and Target and all that stuff, but I mean, $30, and then you're selling it for $50, claiming that it's 2/3 the value. Come on, man. Come on, you're better than that. You know better than this stuff. In fact, you actually added 2/3 the value of it for what it was. And yes, I'm going to assume you were talking retail when you said that, because that's what you did in this nice little spiel over here when you were trying to be man of the people, trying to be all white knight, trying to be the fucking shogun over here, trying to be the big dog, talking about all this stuff, right? But no, I mean, like, you added 2/3 the value to that stuff. You added an additional $20 to the 30. I'm going to do the quick math. It's 30 on that website. You added 20. That's 2/3 of 30 right onto that. So that's going to be 50. Are you following along? You doing this math real good? You actually following along with that stuff, big dog? I know you are. You're a smart guy right there. And then you want to do this retail shit over there to get views, but then on whatnot, you want to still make money. I just think it's funny. I think it's real funny. And I'm just showing you this to show you that these guys right here will literally put on masks and faces, and they will say literally whatever they need to do to make sure they stay relevant, get views, clicks, and all that stuff. Hey, I'm an asshole. That's perfectly fine. I'm a consistent asshole. I am always like this. This is always who I am. You can take a couple lessons, Dr. Applesauce. Hope you're writing this stuff down. Hope that's all good. Check that retail stuff before you start doing that stuff. And hey, if you're not going to actually be a paragon of good prices, just sit there and be quiet and collect your money and don't go on these stupid ass rants. Don't make these little hate comments towards people who are actually calling you out for your bullshit. And I dare you to say something like that to me, because you're not going to like it, man. Other than that, man, hope you're having a good one, Dr. Applesauce. I like your stuff. Think you're a good guy. Good content creator. Hope you're having a good night. God loves you, man. And see you later.